Sort of said there are obviously multiple teams and everything like that. With this game being so open world, there's obviously elements there that do remind maybe perhaps of the Far Cry series and stuff like that. Is there any sort of internal sort of chit chat between you guys about putting something like this together?
For sure. It's actually even beyond chit chat. I'm comfortable in saying that we look at we look at mini games for reference, even internally. Far Cry 3 was fantastic. They created a really awesome systemic open world and a really cool progression system that was easy to understand, but fun to interact with. So we took a page from their book. The hunting and the harpooning is actually linked to how you upgrade Edward. It's slightly different, but we did take a page from their book on that. And actually, we took a lot of the developers from from Far Cry 3 into our team. And they're people that have been working on the open world, the systemic stuff in the Caribbean Sea, as you saw, and the progression of Edward and the Jackdaw.
You mentioned that the towns, the cities and stuff like that, you're doing the roaming around, you're running. You sort of mentioned Assassin's Creed 2, almost like a callback to it. Is that in a way that you're not ticking off boxes, that's entirely the wrong phrase to use, but you're sort of reminiscing on those perhaps gameplay elements that fans have been asking for and more of?
Well, I would say, we have, like I've said before, we have 3 major cities. We wanted that each city feels really unique and really different than most other cities that people have played in the AC franchise, with the exception that Havana was kind of an homage to AC2, to AC Brotherhood, because we felt that the height of the verticality of the city, the roof running, it was really strong in that game, and Havana made sense because Havana was a very European city at that time. So yes, Havana is kind of an homage to AC2. But then you have Nassau, which is a pirate haven. It was a city built by pirates, so it's very chaotic. It's organic. So imagine pirates trying to create a city. It's chaos. So you have a lot of, again, more variety in height, really interesting landscape. And then you have Kingston, which is this merging of the natural environment and buildings. So you have a lot of the intermingling of nature, and it's a really unique city. It's very beautiful. We put a lot of effort to make sure each city felt it's its own beast.
Wildlife. We've seen whales, we've seen dolphins, we even saw an iguana. What are you doing with wildlife in the game?
So there's a lot of wildlife in the game. There's ambient life, there's predators. So there's new predators in the Caribbean, of course. All of this is used in the hunting and harpooning system. And this system is what you need to use to upgrade Edward himself. So as an example of the upgrades, you start with 1 pistol. And to have more pockets to hold more guns, you need to hunt and create that leather pouch. Even to carry more weapons, you need to play in the hunting system.
And we saw when you're stealthing through sort of that Aztec almost temple, as it were, you're hiding in sort of shrubberies and bushes and then climbing trees. And obviously there's elements that people have seen and sort of absorbed from Assassin's Creed 3. Have you guys sort of carried that across? I mean, is there a lot more elaborated on that, or is there more of a mix between that and, say, the classic sort of Assassin's Creed's free running?
It's actually both. It's a lot of mixing the two. We have a lot of expertise in putting these types of environments together, both nature environments and man-made buildings. So we've combined them in a lot of locations, and beyond that, we've created new ingredients. New hide spots, new climbing ingredients. So all of this, you'll see it all over the place, all the different locations. Like today, you saw a fort, a Mayan ruin, and a fisherman village. But we have plantations, we have caves, we have the 3 cities, which are all unique, underwater. All of this stuff, all the navigation's really unique to each diverse setting.
And new weapons as well. We saw the blue dart, we saw that berserk dart, which was fantastic. Is that what we should expect to see more of during the game?
For sure. So as we progress through the story, we've mentioned that Edward starts as a pirate. So when he starts that way, he has his dual cutlasses, and he has 1 gun. So as you progress through the story, you pick up more weapons. You meet the assassins. They give you some new weapons for themselves. Some weapons are linked to side activities. So by completing these set of side activities, you get new weapons. We've done a lot to make sure that everything you do in this game has a really valuable reward, something that introduces new gameplay. And so we carry it across. There's much more that you guys haven't seen yet.
This year apparently has new consoles coming out, or so I've heard.
I think there's a rumor.
Yeah, there's rumors somewhere. You guys might be doing something along like that. But I mean, how have you guys found working for next gen?
It's for sure exciting. Next gen means much more horsepower. We're able to have much more immersive environments. We say that we wanted our jungles to be very dense and claustrophobic and almost sticky. When there's a torrential downpour, we want you to feel it. So the next gen is able to let us push really hard on the immersion element. Having more intense physics. So even interacting with the foliage, it's much more accurate, much more realistic. So the next gen has provided us with this. Then there's also the whole connected experience. The idea, as I mentioned before, that your friends are working with you and they're sharing stuff with you. All of this is thanks to the next gen. So it's exciting. We're just at the beginning of this. We're exploring. We're trying new stuff. And as the technology becomes more, we become more aware of the technology, we'll be able to push it even further.
You guys feel like you're sort of like trying to spread yourself almost too thin over 2 console generations? No,
we have a massive team. AC3 started with the Anvil Next engine. So we were able to pick up from that engine and push it further, push the technology. The Anvil Next is really powerful. It's a next gen engine that's able to also build a current gen version. Internally on the team, the general populace is working on the core AC4, which is the missions, the story of Edward and the pirates and the assassins and Templars. But then we have a dedicated crew of programmers and technical artists and effects artists that are pushing the next gen, and it's really beautiful. The work they're coming up with is really stunning. The ocean looks incredible. The effects look phenomenal. So it's we have the comfort of having a huge team and being able to spread the work out amongst many people and many studios.
Okay. Can you touch upon multiplayer at all? Sort of elaborate what we should expect to see in Black Flag.
Yeah, so the multiplayer is back. We've iterated on the success of it from AC3. So of course now it's all pirate flavored. We've got new characters, new maps, new modes. The Games Lab is a new mode that you'll see here at E3. It allows you to customize your game sessions, and they'll show it off for people here at E3. So you can create your own game set and have fun with it that way. So yes, it's back. It's better than ever, and it's building on the successes we've had.
Okay, and then wrapping up, then, what have you guys got left to do? Is it just all feed up? A couple of beers from here on in?
No, not quite.
No, not at all.
Not quite. We pushed hard to make sure we have a cool E3 and show you guys some really cool content, which you'll see more of during the week. But we're at a stage now where we're polishing, we're debugging, we're playtesting quite a bit. We want to make sure that this is a fun, fluid experience, that the Caribbean world is really enticing to explore and has a lot of content for players. The single player experience, the main path missions, it's about 15 to 20 hours, but we want people to get lost in the Caribbean world. We want you to forget what you're doing, and maybe you're on a mission, but then you've half an hour later you realize, wait, the mission was out that way and I'm down here. How did I get here? So a lot of this is really due to polish, making sure we feedback things properly, play testing a lot to see these results. So this is the stage we're in right now, where we're pushing hard, and in a few months people will get to try it and let us know what they think.
Listen, thank you very much indeed for talking to us.
My pleasure.
Join them under the black flag of Assassin's Creed 4.